features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2020. Thanks for tuning in today, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Hope you're having a good day, and you're finding your way to the beginning of a new decade, right? It's one way to think about it. We finished one, and we started another. And, the holidays can be very distracting, of course. And then once the new year sets in and then reality sets in and you're back to all the responsibilities and all of the concerns and stressors that can consume you. But, you just have to take a break and take a moment and be thoughtful and mindful about what you want to do. And that's why I think New Year's resolutions are important, because they provide that moment where you just can reflect for a second and hit that reset button and say, okay. And I'm taking my own advice. I'm trying to do the same thing. And believe you me, my name and stress typically go together in the same sentence. So I'm under a lot of stress just like you are. And I have to try to figure out, how do I manage that? And how do I stay focused and come on air with you every day and do the best I can to convey what we think will be helpful for you in some form or fashion, some way or another. And you just never know how things emerged when you do a show like this. Somebody called the other day and was off topic, and then I built the whole show around that topic because it was meaningful. It was more important than what I had on my mind to talk about. So I'm wide open for you to call the show and to share your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas, your experiences, your concerns. After all, I come to work every day. My crew comes to work every day for the purpose of being here with you. And so today, as we always do, we have something on the menu, and it's always fresh. There are no synthetic products on this show. And a few weeks back, I had the occasion to go to Orlando, and there was a regional trade show, and called Soho. And you walk around, there are a lot of people there, and one of the crew was there with me. Some of the executives for the company. Our syndicator, Joe Sparrow, was there. And at one point, he got a hold of me, and he said, Doc, I want you to meet somebody. I said, okay. So, he walks me over to this booth, and he introduces me to this, I'm 5'10", so he introduces me to this guy, and I feel like, I need to step on a stool. He's real tall. And
I felt that. As soon as I was like, wait a minute, I'm a little bit taller than
tall.
you.
He's tall. So I look up at him, and Joe was trying to pronounce his name, and then he said, well, I can't say it, but this is Dr. Garko. And so I met Dr. Shailesh Kaushal, and I stumbled over it. And I was telling Dr. Kaushal this morning when he came into studio, he's here with us. First impressions are lasting impressions, and they're important. Dr. Kaushal's curriculum vitae, or in lay terms, resume, is impressive. He's a wonderful researcher, a great clinician, and a good person. And my first impression of him was that this is a person who cares about other people. And it took me my instincts about these things are typically not wrong. And, you know, his credentials would, you know, I've had a lot of people come into this studio and on the air with impressive credentials, and they do great, and they're wonderful. But what's special about some guests and some physicians and healthcare professionals is when they have great credentials, but they also truly, truly have empathy and compassion for the patient or for the client. Because at the end of the day, you can be as smart as a whip. You could have gone to Yale, like Dr. Kossel has, and you can have all these wonderful credentials, and the patient will never connect with you, and you'll never serve him well. It's not the case with Dr. Kossel at all. You'll see. He's a good person, but he has a lot to say, and he can help you today. And he'll help you, and his specialty, of course, is, how would you say it, Dr. Kossel? I'll introduce you formally in a second. Now, I want to say eye health, but generally, what's your specialty?
So I'm an ophthalmologist
and
a retina specialist.
Okay. So, right on the button. And I told him this morning that there are probably more than a few people listening and watching that can use some help with their eyes. And in fact, yesterday, that theme came up on the show, and we talked about it a little bit. So this is had a nice carryover from yesterday. And you can always get in touch with anything that's been said and done on this show every single day, every minute, every second of it. Here's Katie to tell you how you can do that.
You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can always find us on Facebook as well. We share our live stream over there, or you can watch it on YouTube. Just search Let's Talk Nutrition on either of those platforms. If you missed an episode and you want to listen back to a past show, you can do that on letstalknutrition.com. Just go to the show schedule tab, or you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Again, just search Let's Talk Nutrition. And we're also on Instagram as well. It's at Let's Talk Nutrition. We're pretty much everywhere.
So before we get in the next block, I'll introduce Dr. Kossel to you, and we'll get into it. We have he has a lot to share, and I'm excited about having him talk with you and connect with you. With these New Year's resolutions, what you typically find, one of the themes that runs through resolutions is this theme of wanting to do better with your health, pardon me, and better with your lifestyle. Turns out that Wallet Hub they do these great surveys. They do a good job. And they did 2020's best and worst cities for an active lifestyle. So, quiz time. I always quiz the crew. And Katie has test anxiety. But
I actually got an answer right yesterday, so I'm kind of impressed with myself.
Well, don't be so impressed. Just wait. Just wait. And they went, and I'm looking at the top 10 cities for active lifestyle. So here's the question. Of the following, which one do you think was number one for active lifestyle?
Mm-hmm.
Washington, D.C., Denver, Seattle, Portland, New York, San Diego.
I'm going to say Denver because I've seen the people in
I
DC,
was going to
they're
say Denver,
lazy.
too.
They ride those scooters
Well, let
everywhere.
me give you a couple more. How about San Francisco? Maybe Chicago?
Is Los Angeles on the list?
Not in that top 10. Honolulu?
Minneapolis.
Okay, what do you think? Of those that I mentioned, of those I mentioned, Katie, what do you think? Honolulu, Chicago, San Fran, New York, Portland, what do you think?
All right, well, you just took out my options. So
Yeah, pick one. Pick one.
Honolulu.
Good girl.
Really?
Was it
I was
really?
right?
Bing.
Would have never said Honolulu.
Honolulu. Active lifestyle. Believe it or not, Chicago was number 2.
I was going to go San Diego.
San Francisco 3, San Diego was 4, New York was 5, Portland was 6, Seattle 7. Number 10 was Washington, D.C. Going down the list, they looked at a bunch of cities. Man, North Las Vegas, Nevada was 100. So they're spending too much time in the casino and not enough time on the treadmill. Bakersfield, California was 98. Hialeah, Florida. I lived in Miami. I'm familiar with Hialeah, the racetrack and all that. They were 99th. Laredo, Texas, Irving, Texas were at the bottom. San Bernardino, California was 94th. I'm shocked. Stockton, California, a lot of Fresno. They're all at the bottom. A lot of California cities. So active lifestyle. There you go. Honolulu. Well, so whatever you're doing in Honolulu, keep doing it. We come back, we'll introduce Dr. Kossel to you. We're going to talk about your eye health today in ways that I think will benefit you. You are listening and watching LTN, coast to coast and globally.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has 2 super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649. Website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2020. Lean forward. Glad you could stop by. You picked a good day to listen or watch. A wonderful guest. Had to get him onto the show. Met him several weeks ago at a trade show and was taken by Dr. Koshul's concern and empathy for patients. And he's an ophthalmologist. He has great credentials. I could spend 20 minutes telling you all about what he's done. He's a wonderful researcher. He spent a lot of his career as a researcher. He went to good schools. He went to Yale. He went to Johns Hopkins. And, you know, he has his PhD at MIT. So, you know.
Resume's long.
Yeah. You know, Dr. Koshul, you need to focus a little bit more on going to good schools. You know what I'm saying? So Yale, Johns Hopkins, and MIT. You did okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thank you for driving all the way over here from Orlando. I know it's stressful. The traffic is just horrible.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've done that drive many times. I hate it. But grateful for you to come in. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Very happy New Year to all of you.
Yeah. Happy and healthy New Year to you and your family. You're an ophthalmologist, right?
Yes.
Yes. And you spent a lot of your career as a researcher. And what have you researched? What's so important to you that you would spend that kind of time doing it?
So one of the things we've been interested for many years is trying to understand what are the critical events, biological events that occur that cause macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, and potentially other chronic disorders as well. And we, with a whole slew of really outstanding clinicians and scientists from around the world, have discovered a set of common pathways that seem to be triggered in chronic diseases, not just of the eye, but also in Alzheimer's disease, coronary artery disease, hypertension, diabetes, obesity, age-related muscle loss, and other disorders like that.
You're saying there are common pathways that contribute to the degeneration of those systems.
Yes, the loss of function.
The loss of function.
Right? Because that's really what the issue is for all of us, right? As we get older, we talk about lifespan. You hear about anti-aging treatments. I don't necessarily like that term per se.
Neither do I.
Right? But it's in the common press even these days.
Of course.
But there's really two components to it, right? There's lifespan, in other words, how long we live, and then there's health span, which is how long we maintain or have optimal function.
Which would translate into quality of life.
Exactly.
So when I spoke with you the first time, you said something to me that stuck. And you said to me, you know, Dr. Garko, when I look into a patient's eyes, I can see their future. Oh, I said. And you meant that in a clinical way.
Yes.
Explain to the audience what you meant by that. No, and then I made a joke, look into my eyes.
Yeah.
My silly jokes.
Right. So that was perhaps a little bit of hyperbole. I'm not a soothsayer, but what we can appreciate. So just to review again for yourself and for anyone listening, is that the retina, which is the photographic film of the eye, it's no thicker than tissue paper, attached to the inner wall of the eye. That structure is a remarkable structure. It captures light so that we can actually have visual perception of our world around us. But it has some really remarkable properties. First, right underneath the retina, underneath the white part of the eye, is the largest blood supply per unit weight in the entire body, unit weight and unit volume. So that essentially anything that's happening in our bodies can be translated or can be observed potentially in the eye. In fact, nearly every human disease has a retinal or eye manifestation. That's on one side. The other side is the retina is the most metabolically active tissue per unit. So even slight changes in our overall metabolism or even locally in the retina have profound effects on our vision. And of course, there are potentially can have profound effects
So
on our
what you're
entire body.
so what you're saying, if I understand you correctly, using like a concept out of general systems theory, one change in a system can affect every other element in the system. And you're saying, for example, let's say somebody has coronary artery disease.
Yes.
Okay, they've been diagnosed with atherosclerosis. And you don't know that. The patient walks in first time, and you didn't have really a chance to look at their chart, and you said, "Well, let me examine your eyes."
Yeah.
Could you look into a patient's eyes and with good probability, high probability, surmise that they might have atherosclerosis?
Yes. There are ways to actually assess. The beauty of the retina is we can quantitatively look at structure and function. As you know, physicians only do two things. They measure structure and function.
Mhm.
And the more accurate and quantitatively you can do that, in other words, you can measure it. It's like you can measure temperature. And you can, if your thermometer is a good thermometer, you can accurately determine what's happening in your environment every single day, every moment you want. Likewise, for a physician, the key is measuring structure and function and to measure it in a way that's reproducible and also understand if there's deviations from normal.
So when you look into the patient's eyes with your instruments, what would you see that would tell you, this individual most likely has artery disease?
Yeah, so that's a wonderful question. So we can look at the blood vessels in the retina itself. So I mentioned already that the largest blood supply per unit weight, is in the eye wall.
Yeah.
But the retina has blood vessels itself. It actually has 3 different blood supplies because it's so metabolic.
So what would you see there?
You can see changes in the blood vessels themselves. There can be narrowing of blood vessels because many people with coronary artery disease have high blood pressure.
Okay.
There are, in other instances, we can even determine the flow of blood in the blood vessels and determine the amount of atherosclerosis.
Amazing. Look into my eyes. We'll be back 2020.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
1250.
On this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2020. A healthy new year to you and your family. If you're a regular listener and viewer of LTN, you know that it's an evidence-based show. And in the spirit of that, and in the spirit of the guest that I have in studio today, Dr. Kaushal, who's an ophthalmologist, well-educated, well-credentialed, wonderful researcher, wonderful clinician. A study, I reported on it yesterday, but it merits repeating. So in this study, was an epidemiological study. They had two groups. You always have the experimental group, the group that gets the treatment, then you have to have a control that don't get the treatment. In the study, the experimental group, they let them or gave them or they ate a diet that was high in red meat and processed meat, high in fried food, refined grains, and high-fat dairy. Turns out, at the end of the day, the research day, that group was 3 times more likely to develop an eye condition that damages the retina, which Dr. Kaushal was talking about, and affects the person's central vision. And what we're talking about is AMD, age-related macular degeneration. What's ironic about it is it's irreversible, but Dr. Koshel was telling me that at some point, if you catch it soon enough, you can do something for the patient that would benefit the patient. Dr. Koshel, welcome back. You're not surprised by this. You told me you've been preaching this particular hymnal for the last 40 years.
well, not quite that long.
It seems that way.
Yeah, at least for a decade or so. It's that study. It's a very nicely done study. First of all, I should congratulate the authors for publishing it, and also sharing it with a larger ophthalmic audience or healthcare audience that's concerned with eye care. But excuse me, like we were talking about, the retina is a very sensitive barometer of overall health and nutrition. So anything that's happening in the body can be reflected in the retina and can affect vision. So just to further amplify on that, like we were talking before, think of the retina like a big circle. In our area of central good vision, a smaller circle. That smaller circle is our macula. That's our dead center good vision. That's what we're blessed to use when we can read a sign, read books, find our checkbook, and so on and so forth. And that macula, by the way, just as physicians, when we're discussing a patient's overall health, and in my own instance, eye health. But at the same time, there is the possibility, there's now reports in the clinical and basic research literature suggesting that many of these chronic disorders, including macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, uh, perhaps even glaucoma, and even cataract, are reversible if they're caught early enough.
Do you get a lot of pushback? And I want you to give me the straight answer, and I know you'll give it to me.
Yes.
You get pushback from some of your colleagues that they say to you, Dr. Koshel, come on now. And they give you a hard time about your view of this.
No, some do, but some don't, or a set don't. And it's because those who have perhaps a broader and deeper appreciation of the biochemistry and molecular genetics that's occurring, molecular biology really, that's occurring in the retina or elsewhere in these chronic disorders. If you have that understanding, then you can appreciate what's happening in the retina and also understand that at the end of the day, it's a whole set of chemical reactions. And most chemical reactions are not irreversible. They're reversible. Right? It's a principle we learned in first-year chemistry called Le Chatelier's principle.
Le Chatelier.
Yes. So reverse.
So it's interesting. Nature, it looks like we naturally selected to have, chemically speaking, from a chemistry point of view, a do-over.
Yes.
In other words, it's not linear. It doesn't go in one direction.
Yes.
The chemical reactions can go back and forth. Consequently, you can perhaps maybe undo what's being done.
Yes, in certain instances.
So the question then becomes, do we do that with pharmaceuticals? Do we do that with diet? Do we do it with lifestyle? Do we do it with a combination? We'll find out what Dr. Koshel does with his patients. I'm anxious to learn.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Everybody knows that it's easier said than done to take charge of your health. Now taking charge of your health has been made a little easier with Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition's whole food nutritional products provide ancient nutrients in a modern, convenient form to power the body and mind while restoring health, strength, and vitality comparable to that of our ancient ancestors. Among their healthy nutrition supplements, Ancient Nutrition offers a line of bone broth protein powders formulated for high performance. Bone broth is a breakthrough in protein supplementation. It delivers the benefits of homemade bone broth in a convenient, easy-to-mix form. Try all 8 delicious flavors: dark chocolate, banana cream, cinnamon apple, salted caramel, pumpkin spice, s'mores, coffee, and French vanilla. Ancient Nutrition products are sold in fine health stores across the country. Visit ancientnutrition.com to learn more about Ancient Nutrition for a modern world. That's ancientnutrition.com.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new: agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2020. Dr. Koshel is our guest today, and as you can tell, he is quite passionate about what he does. He's been doing this a long time as a researcher, as an educator, as a clinician. And I was looking at some of the things, one little handout he has that describes who he is and what his values are and his mission. And his wife told me, if you want to vet somebody, if it's a man, talk to the wife. If it's a woman, talk to the husband. That's a good person to talk to, the vet. And I talked to Dr. Koshel's wife, and she said, the patients love him. She said, I didn't realize that until when I started working with him in the office. And she said to me, I was astonished as to how much they really love him and care about him. And I said, well, why do you think that is? She said, because I know that he loves and cares about them. I said, uh-huh. So I knew I was in good company. And I had to get him onto the show because I think that's really important for you, for me, for anybody. We all, at some point in time, will become a patient for some reason or another. And medical doctors weren't put on this planet to torment you. And they didn't go through all of the training and rigor to somehow just be an expert. They're there to care for you and to do it in a caring way. And that's the trick. Find that physician who can do both, care for you in a caring way, and Dr. Koshel certainly does that. Let's go to Scott in Tampa, Florida. Scott, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Hello. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Scott.
I have a question for you doctors.
Sure.
It's two-pronged. One is I know doctors are here to care for us. Based on what I was hearing and my genealogy with my mom, who I'm calling about, I think they're also here to scare us.
Sometimes
you got me worried because I'm following the path of my mom, who was diagnosed with wet AMD and treated for it with shots in the eyes for quite some time. Had a stroke, resumed the shots about a year later, it wasn't getting any better, so I sought a macular specialist locally and got a second opinion. He said he actually developed these shots, helped too, and that they were doing more harm than good, and for her to cease them. One eye is just pretty much done, he said. The other one, taking some supplements might help. My question to you is, because I think she's almost 80, and I don't think there's any treatment available for her at this point.
Well, let's see. Go ahead. In other words,
I'm sorry.
your question is there something can there be something done for your mom?
There's a group in Orlando that I've seen advertised that sells like high-end glasses. This has led to depression big time for my mom.
Okay.
And I was wondering if it's worth the trip.
Okay, let's talk about this. Dr. Koshel, you heard what Scott had to say. Your reaction, your comments.
Scott, thank you for sharing that about your mother, first of all. That can be a very difficult situation, especially when a parent or a friend or a family is losing vision. So here's the thing. Let's first back up a step. So macular degeneration has two basic forms. There's other variants, but the two basic forms are the dry form of macular degeneration and then the wet form. But in a general sense, macular degeneration, the way I explain it to my own patients, is an age-related inflammatory chronic disorder, and there's quite a bit of published evidence that it's nutritionally controlled. Dr. Garka was already mentioning an article that was recently published, but the tidbits that led to that article, in other words, the body of information or evidence that supported our understanding that diet and nutrition affect chronic disorders like macular degeneration, parts of that have been well known. Most of it, frankly, has been well known for many years. So in our own patients, what we do is obviously we have to evaluate the patient. It's hard to tell just over a phone conversation like you and I are having right now exactly the nature of your mother's macular degeneration.
What was the treatment that his mom received? What was that? What is that?
So what that treatment is, think of it, it's an injection. It sounds horrible when you hear about them, right? We actually numb up the eye and we inject a medicine through a very tiny needle. And think of that medicine like a sponge. It's sopping up one of the major proteins, or one of the critical proteins, I should say, that's involved in leaky blood vessels. That's the essence of wet macular degeneration.
Yes, dry macular degeneration, the eye doesn't leak. The vessels don't leak.
That's exactly right. But we know because
May I interject something very quickly?
Sure.
The second doctor said she didn't have wet, she had dry. I don't know how that.
Yeah. So
there was a misdiagnosis, maybe?
No, it can be confusing because here's the thing. We used to think that wet macular degeneration and dry macular degeneration were separate disorders. Our better understanding now, or our evolved understanding, is that they're on a continuum, and they can go back and forth.
That's interesting.
So you can go from the wet to the dry and dry from the wet. Now, there's another nuance to all of this as well. So, for example, as a retina specialist, when we explain to patients that they have wet macular degeneration, which means that there's evidence of leaky blood vessels, either swelling in the retina or frank blood in the retina, we say that to the patient that they have wet macular degeneration to make it easy to understand. But concurrently, there's also evidence of dry macular degeneration.
So what the one physician mentioned to Scott that the second opinion, he said that he thought that these injections were doing more harm than good.
Yeah. So it's hard to know that. What we do, just on a phone conversation again, but here's what I would say, in a general sense. You see, these injections are quite effective in sopping up, sponging up one of these proteins, right? But there's also nuance to that. That protein is also important for helping protect the retina. And it's just that it's abnormally high levels.
I see.
And also that protein is involved in how our blood vessels are remodeling all over our body.
So you could inadvertently diminish the level of that protein to the point where it now, ironically, does damage.
Exactly.
So what's the name of the protein, just out of
It's
curiosity?
called vascular endothelial growth factor. It's a mouthful. It's called
No.
VEGF for short.
Okay, we come back. Scott, you don't have to hang up. If you want to hold on,
Yeah.
we're going to go to the top of the hour, come back about 6 minutes after the hour. We can continue this conversation. I appreciate your concern about your mom. You're a good son. Called about your mom. You're a good son. We'll be back.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The Heart Drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. For more information, go online to StraussNaturals.com. You can purchase Strauss Heart Drops at fine health stores or on Amazon. I promise you won't be sorry.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
The preceding was a commercial program paid for by Let's Talk Nutrition, LLC. If you can't see cash in your wallet, you need 20/20 vision. You could win $1,000.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2020. Thanks for tuning in wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing, and whatever you're doing is none of my business. My business is to connect with you. And hope you're having a good start to your year. And we are coast to coast. And, of course, we're global because we stream the show. And you can watch it. It'll go wherever you go. Radio can do that as well as this stream because you can listen and watch the show on any handheld device, your radio, all kinds of ways, and we share that with you. We're trying to provide all available means of media to you, so you can make contact with this show, and that's why we come to work. And I want to always tell my students the most important aspect of any medium is always the audience. It's always about the audience. It's never about you. And wonderful guest today. Dr. Kaushal, and I said he came from Orlando. He lives in Gainesville, so he drove from Gainesville today to be here, and that ride is not any easier either with the traffic. So
I don't know
especially
how
this
you
morning.
made it here. How are you here right now?
Yeah, so we appreciate him coming into studio, and if you listened to the first hour or watched it, you can see that not only is he well educated, went to the finest schools, and well trained, but you can hear from the sound of his voice, right? That empathy comes through, and that was when I met him a few weeks back. That was one of the first things that I was struck by, and his concern for his patients. And he shows up to work every day, and he has his clinic. And today he has to be in surgery this afternoon. He has to do cataract surgery.
Right, because he's in scrubs right now.
Yeah, he's in his scrubs. He's going to have to drive back to Gainesville and do surgery this afternoon. So it's always wonderful to have a physician such as Dr. Kaushal here, so that you can hear firsthand what it's really like. He's in the trench every day. This is not an abstraction for him. It's reality. And it's not just a patient walking in with a condition. This is a human being that is concerned. Our senses is what connects us to the world. And if you had, I've often thought about, if I was given a choice, you can either give up your sight or give up your hearing. Which one? You can pick. Which one would you give up? You want to say neither. Do you want to listen? You want to hear the world, or do you want to see the world? You would like to be able to do both. But can you imagine what it would be like to have impaired vision, not to be able to see? The quality of your life and the way you experience reality would become very, very different. So you want to protect your health generally, and for today's purposes, your eyes. And we were talking about age-related macular degeneration. Notice _age. Aging is a process, and I agree with Dr. Kaushal that I don't like anti-aging. Aging is a process that will unfold whether you like it or not. Your contribution to the process will be how you choose to live your life, what kind of diet you choose to eat, the way your lifestyle, how you're going to manage stress. Are you going to get enough sleep? Are you going to exercise? Are you going to have good relationships? You're going to have a good spiritual life. All of those have an impact on how you will age. There's your chronological age, and then there's your biological or functional age. And you should not necessarily think of aging as determined by some calendar. but more so by the condition of your cells, what happens within a cell. And I told you, and I've shared with you, one of the things that convinced me that there was a higher order was not the cosmos necessarily, which is remarkable, but my first time when I looked at a cell under a microscope and saw just one cell, the intricacy, the complexity, the elegance of one cell. I mean, if you think about it, and it all begins there. Aging begins and ends on a cellular level, as does death. So age-related macular degeneration, implied in that, is that through the aging process, something's going to happen to your eyes, your retina, your macula, and it's not going to be good. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. We have a caller from Tampa. He called in today. His name's Scott. He called on behalf of his mom, who has AMD, and he really sets things up to talk about some aspects of this problem, of this issue that we want to get to. Scott, welcome back. You said that at some point somebody had recommended to you that your mom take certain supplements. Did I hear you correctly?
That is correct. It was recommended by her second doctor to take a highly concentrated spinach supplement.
Okay.
To get off of the commercially well-known one.
Okay. So, and again, as Dr. Kaushal did, I also am grateful that you called today because you contribute to this conversation in a way that otherwise wouldn't happen. Dr. Kaushal, welcome back. It's not often that I'll find a physician, I'm not saying it's rare, but who will embrace the use of dietary supplementation as, and use it as treatment. And when I spoke with you, you told me that you did, and that you thought that certain supplements, the way they're formulated, can serve a useful purpose in treating eye-related kinds of conditions. Could you share with Scott and with the audience what are the criteria that you used in the formulation of your supplements to put together a formula? What were the criteria to put that formula together that would really have a therapeutic effect that could be measurable?
Sure. So if we can step back just for a moment, Scott and Michael, or Dr. Garko.
No, Michael's fine.
So like we talked about, chronic disorders, including macular degeneration, Alzheimer's, these other disorders that I mentioned as well, they share a certain biology that contributes to the development of those diseases. And that biology is very similar. I'm going to tell you about 3-4 critical processes or pathways that occur in all of them. One, low-grade inflammation. Now, this is the kind of not the kind of inflammation when you get a cut, where it hurts and it gets inflamed and so on. And that low-grade inflammation comes from where? From what we eat, how we think, stress, right? And our lifestyles that you were talking about before. That's one. Second is our insulin signaling pathway. In other words, how our bodies process sugars, especially simple carbohydrates. And I'm going to come back to this in just a moment because we were talking about supplements. The third is a cellular process known as the mTOR autophagy pathway. You don't need to remember the name of it. What you need to remember is it's a pathway that's stimulated by reducing calorie intake and or intermittent fasting. How much fasting? Say, for example, if you eat at 6 o'clock or so, we actually give patients a handout, what I call as foundational nutritional recommendations, and it's based on the peer-reviewed literature. So it's simple enough to follow. It's a one-sheet handout, and I talk to every single patient. I've been doing this perhaps for more than a decade about this. That pathway is critical. So say, for example, if you eat at 6 o'clock, don't eat again in the evening, that is. Don't eat again for another 12 to 14 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last critical pathway is the energy factories in our cell, the mitochondria. Mm-hmm. As we get older and in chronic diseases, there is less of them, and also they're less efficient in producing energy. And the currency of energy in our cells is a compound called ATP. You don't need to remember that.
Adenosine triphosphate. And
yes.
Your body does two things every day. Keep you in balance, keeps all the systems homeostasis, and it has to make ATP from different sources. We come back, those four dimensions, we'll repeat them, are the driving factors to formulate a supplement. LTN Coast to Coast. Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balance mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Availablend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lung's liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lung's Immune and Clear Lung's Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Did you get enough calcium today? 85% of women over the age of 20 and 50% of men over the age of 30 consume less than the recommended daily intake of calcium. One of the best ways to protect your bones and joints, Bone Up provides Australian hydroxyapatite, the very same form of calcium found in the human body. However, strong bones and joints require more than calcium. Magnesium, zinc, manganese, copper, silicon, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin K, and boron are all beneficial to optimum joint function. Bone Up gives you all of these. Bone Up is the most healthful nutritional regimen for bones and joints. Ask for Bone Up at your local health food store. Or, for more information, go to www.jarrow.com for the best in calcium formulas.
At letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking with Dr. Kaushal today, ophthalmologist, a practicing physician, researcher, clinician, has a practice in Gainesville. Dr. Kaushal was telling me that he has patients come from all over the country, all over the world, come to his clinic. And they spend a couple of days there with him, takes his time and to diagnose and treat them. And Scott is on the phone. Scott, welcome back. And Scott sharing the narrative, the story about his mom, who's been diagnosed with AMD, age-related macular degeneration, and he's concerned. She was under treatment with one physician. He got a second opinion, and somebody then recommended dietary supplementation. And I asked Dr. Kaushal, what are the criteria that should be used in formulating a dietary supplement? And he talked about low-grade inflammation, insulin, this insulin signaling pathway, the mTOR, which is a protein pathway, and then mitochondria, those power cells those powerhouses in your cells that are responsible for the creation, taking the energy that were found in the nutrients and then using it to fuel your cell and systems, organs and systems of your body. So Dr. Kaushal, in taking those four dimensions into consideration, like for Scott's mom.
Yes.
And you have a line of their wonderful supplements. I vetted you, and we went and looked to see what these were, and you use good raw materials. They're well formulated. You have one called maculostasis, for example.
Yes.
I would presume that would be for a patient that has macular degeneration.
Yes, or other disorders of the retina and macula.
In that formulation, what in your mind makes it unique and would be helpful to patients who have AMD?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So that formulation, by the way, took about 4 or 5 years to make. I actually flew around the country on my nickel, met with lots of companies, manufacturers, suppliers, to determine what was the finest sourcing I could get of the ingredient.
The raw materials.
Exactly. So it has 5 that are actually in it, and we could talk about those. Lutein and zeaxanthin.
Wonderful.
Right? These carotenoids that are enriched in our macula. They're wonderful antioxidants, and they have other wonderful properties. Mother Nature has designed our retinas for these compounds to accumulate in that dead center good vision. We also have broccoli sprout extract, which is loaded with a compound called sulforaphane. Now, you don't need to remember the name.
Sulforaphane, right?
Yeah. But it's a very potent antioxidant. And as I kid with my patients, everyone has heard of Big Pharma, but who's heard of Big Broccoli, right?
Right.
There's no marketing budget, but broccoli.
You should eat broccoli till it comes out of your ears, but go ahead.
And it turns out broccoli sprout extract is even enriched more than broccoli by about 1,000-fold, 100 to 1,000-fold.
Wow.
In sulforaphane. Third, we have astaxanthin. Actually, fourth, I should say. Astaxanthin is what is called an amphipathic antioxidant. What that means, in layperson's terms, is it's an antioxidant within the cell, and it protects the lipids that surround a cell. So it has this amazing bifunctional activity.
So they don't get oxidized.
Exactly.
Lipids are fats. Fats, the enemies of fat are heat and light and elements that will degrade it, and it gets oxidized and it does a lot of damage to your cells.
Yes. And then the last one, everyone's heard of it, is resveratrol. Right? So resveratrol has remarkable properties. In fact, we could talk about it for the next couple hours.
Each one of these. Each one of these compounds you will find as freestanding products by many of the dietary supplement companies. Lutein by itself.
Yes.
Zeaxanthin, broccoli extract, sprout extract, astaxanthin, resveratrol. you combine them and you put them in a formulation together to have some sort of synergistic effect.
That's exactly right. And at clinical doses from the best published literature that we know of right now.
What kind of success have you had in clinic with these?
So we've done some small studies. Eventually, we're going to do larger studies, but we're seeing very nice improvements in not only visual acuity, but also in some of the metrics that we use to measure structure and function in the retina.
So have you put patients on this formulation, examined them at time 1?
Yes.
And then time 2, time 3?
Yes.
And you, with the instruments, you can see changes?
Yes. In fact, I've actually given some talks about our work as well, both nationally and internationally. Preliminary talks, but eventually what we want to do is publish this, of course.
Scott, welcome back. You were listening to Dr. Koshel. Do you have any comment or reaction to what he just said?
I have two questions now. Well, went from 1 to 2. One is the spinach supplement that this specialist has her on, wondering if that's helpful. And secondly, if you've ever heard of the company in Orlando that has these special glasses. I think it's...
yes, I have.
The answer is yes. Yes, he knows who the company is. And what about spinach supplement?
So spinach also has sulforaphane in it, and it has the B vitamins. Right. And it has some lutein and zeaxanthin, in fact.
But I don't think that spinach has the lutein, has these compounds at levels that are that are pharmaceutically, clinically appropriate, relevant or effective.
So to come back to this,
I'm
Scott,
definitely going to be looking at his supplement.
Yeah, well, he's going to tell you. It's what's the name of the supplements? The general name.
The name. In the spirit of transparency, I'm a co-founder of this company called Rheostasis, or www.rheostasis.com.
RHEOSTASIS. Rheostasis.com. And I'm at the website now. And I'm looking at the supplements. They're there. Can people purchase those supplements there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We come back. We'll tell you some more. Scott, don't hang up. You're listening to Dr. Koshel on LTN, coast to coast and globally.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, and thanks for tuning in today to listen and watch. We're having a wonderful conversation today with Dr. Kaushal and Scott in Tampa, Florida, who called in, and he was calling because he was concerned about his mom, and she's in her 80s, and she was diagnosed with AMD, age-related macular degeneration. Scott, are you concerned that somehow you're a candidate for it, or have you been diagnosed with it, or what? I sense that you're concerned about your own destiny with respect to your eye health.
I am. I've been checked. I will continue to be checked. Both my mom and I are diabetic. I did not mention that before.
I see.
So I feel that I'm as much a risk as she is, and I want to stay on top of it so I don't end up.
Are you type 1 or type 2 diabetic?
We're both 2.
Type 2. Okay. So are you a little overweight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you heard Dr. Kaushal mention insulin signaling pathway, insulin resistance, insulin. It's a wonderful hormone, necessary. You got to get the glucose to the cell somehow. But apparently we naturally selected. The body does not like an overabundance of insulin and glucose rolling around through the bloodstream, and it has deleterious effects, as you well know. And of course, losing weight is, I often say to people, if you can lose weight and keep it off, if you can lose weight and keep it off, you can do anything in your life. It's one of the hardest things to do. It's easy for people to say, and I appreciate the difficulty in doing it. And that's why the one product that Dr. Kaushal mentioned, the Maculostasis, that particular product with lutein, zeaxanthin, and broccoli sprout extract, and astaxanthin and resveratrol, included in that, those compounds can help with the management of insulin, inflammation, and making your mitochondria function a little better, and trying to manage these reactive oxygen species, all these the oxidative stress that can build up in the cells, tissues, and organs of your body. And aging and stress and inflammation all go in the same sentence.
Yes.
And it's a cocktail that will cause you to really age unsuccessfully. Nothing wrong with aging. It's the aging unsuccessfully. And aging doesn't necessarily have to be synonymous with disease either. They're just coincident, because as people age, these disease processes are now coming into play. It seems like the aging caused it. Well, they were happening all along as you were aging. It's not really reaching a particular age. It was happening all along. So anti-aging, you can't stop it. But what you can do is moderate some of the effects of aging, moderate some of the processes that wants to turn aging into a disease process. It's not inherently a disease process. So, Dr. Kaushal, these at Rheostasis, RHEOSTAIS, rheostasis.com, you will find these different supplements there. I know, like you, I'm always concerned when I talk about dietary supplements that people think that, just want to sell the supplement.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
I've been taking supplements my whole life, and they've been an integral part of this show. They are not the end-all and be-all. They are part of a protocol, an overall treatment plan, and I know that you work that in with your patients.
Yes.
They are there to support and to enhance whatever else you have them doing relative to their diet and their lifestyle.
Yeah.
You have a nice repertoire of supplements on the website. You mentioned you have like a multiple too, don't you?
Yeah. So here's there's so many wonderful things we could talk about. Of course, time's limited, but so it turns out there's about 40 to 41 essential vitamins and minerals that are important for our bodies and cells and tissues. And it turns out approximately 80% of Americans are deficient in a set of those. And one of the reasons why we formulated a multivitamin was I was unhappy with what I went to see at our local stores that we're all familiar with. Both the price and the quality, and if you look in the literature, there's even published papers on how well they're absorbed. So we've developed a multivitamin that's at clinical doses and is very, very well absorbed. We call that one Vitastasis. And you said something really important, Michael, and you and I resonate about this. Like we're chatting right now, my goal with you is not to sell these supplements.
Right.
What
You're not going to pay the mortgage or the car payment on selling supplements.
No. Well, the idea is to provide people who are listening, and Scott, you as well, information. Because information is empowering. Because then suddenly the unknown becomes the known, and the fear of it goes away, right? So the idea is, same way in clinic, I actually spend time chatting with patients. It's important to get to know people because you connect with them. And if you connect with them, then there's the warmth of a friendship, and also there's the warmth and respect of a friendship as well. Right. So we talked to them about taking a good multivitamin, taking, for example, Maculostasis, or products perhaps. Sometimes patients bring in the products they're taking, and I'll review it for them, and I say, you know what? Keep taking it. That's fine with me.
Yeah, you have, I was looking here, you have one for inflammation called Inflastasis.
Yes.
Alpha lipoic acid,
yes,
which is, as you're sold out.
Yes. Yeah.
maculostasis. You have your multivitamin. You even have these in a spray, an emulsion spray.
Yeah.
Where you spray it under the tongue?
That's exactly right. So some patients don't want to swallow the capsules. So we have the multivitamin as a spray. We're developing a whole set of them. We have 4 or 5 right now. And the whole idea is to allow people to take these. Again, going back to this set of published works, 80% of folk are deficient in a set of those 41 essential
Absolutely.
vitamins and minerals. We want to fill those buckets back up.
By the way, you have an event coming up. I wanted you to mention it and what it's all about.
Sure. Thank you so much. It's a labor of love for my wife and I. The name of the conference is Reversal of Chronic Diseases. We invite premier, elite, internationally known clinicians and scientists from the elite places from around the country, sometimes even abroad. This year, it's going to be February 14th and 15th at Innsbruck Golf Resort, right a little north of where we are here in Tampa. And we have a whole cadre of wonderful speakers again. You're welcome to go to the website, www.reversalchronicdiseases.com. And you can see the host of speakers we're having. We're very excited about it. We purposely keep the registration low so that people can come and learn.
And what was the other thing you wanted me to share with the audience?
Our clinics as well. Any of those patients or folks who are listening who would consider.
We come back. I'll give you a chance to let the audience know where your clinic is in Gainesville. Dr. Kaushal on LTN, Coast to Coast and globally.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The Heart Drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. For more information, go online to StraussNaturals.com. You can purchase Strauss Heart Drops at fine health stores or on Amazon. I promise you won't be sorry.
Experience the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend. Delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Everybody knows that it's easier said than done to take charge of your health. Now taking charge of your health has been made a little easier with Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition's whole food nutritional products provide ancient nutrients in a modern, convenient form to power the body and mind while restoring health, strength, and vitality comparable to that of our ancient ancestors. Among their healthy nutrition supplements, Ancient Nutrition offers a line of bone broth protein powders formulated for high performance. Bone broth is a breakthrough in protein supplementation. It delivers the benefits of homemade bone broth in a convenient, easy-to-mix form. Try all 8 delicious flavors: dark chocolate, banana cream, cinnamon apple, salted caramel, pumpkin spice, s'mores, coffee, and French vanilla. Ancient Nutrition products are sold in fine health stores across the country. Visit ancientnutrition.com to learn more about Ancient Nutrition for a modern world. That's ancientnutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Here's the LTN health question of the day. This year, 2020, how many people will be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes? 1 million, 10 million, or 100 million? How many people will be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes this coming year, 2020? 1 million, 10 million, or 100 million? Here's a number to call to win a $25 supplement gift card. Then you can go to riostasis.com and get one of those wonderful stasis supplements. Go ahead.
You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
And diabetes, Scott that called in today, is type 2 diabetes. It's an insidious disease because it has such systemic and chronic effects on people. I mean, it's horrible, and but it's manageable, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. There's published papers demonstrating that it's reversible. That's the thing that people don't recognize. Even my own patients, as a retina specialist, a good 50% of my practice is diabetic patients, and
Wow.
we educate the type 2, even the type 1s, about their diabetes, because it's important as a ophthalmologist and particularly as a retina specialist to take that time. Because remember, even though we're looking at the eye and it looks like a localized disease, it's a systemic problem occurring everywhere. That's what I explain to patients.
That merits repeating. It's a localized problem with systemic effects. But not all physicians see it that way, do they? No pun intended.
Yeah, exactly.
See it that way.
I like that. So I'll tell you, Michael, I've given talks both nationally and internationally, and I tell my ophthalmology and retina colleagues, I said, listen, yes, we're going to concentrate on talking about a person's vision, their retinal health, and or eye health. But if we don't talk about the patient's overall health, right, then we've really not solved a problem. We can't just simply pass it on, say, okay, go see your cardiologist or internist or endocrinologist. Of course, they should see them. But we should also be reinforcing and in the ways we can impact their health. After all, we do have an MD, and all of us who are ophthalmologists had to do an internship at one time. Perhaps it's time for us, all of us collectively, to brush up those books again, refamiliarize ourselves with some of these systemic issues, which can be managed. In fact, we do it. We even have a group visit for our diabetic patients. We do it once a month, typically, on a Saturday morning. It's a labor of love. We have a solid group of roughly 15 to 20 patients in our Villages office that come there.
So your clinic is in Gainesville.
We have actually multiple offices.
Okay, go ahead.
Villages, Inverness, Ocala. Those are our three major ones. And we recently opened up our Gainesville office.
How would the audience be able to get in touch with some of these clinics?
Sure. The name of our practice is Comprehensive Retina Consultants, and the website is www.comprehensiveretinaconsultants.com, and our phone number 352-775-1010.
So Comprehensive Retina Specialists. Consultants. Comprehensive Retina Consultants. CRC.
Yes.
.com.
You got it.
Comprehensive Retina Consultants.com. And that will get you in touch with the various satellite offices that Dr. Kaushal has. Let's go to Doylestown, Pennsylvania. We play big in that area thanks to the audience and people such as Amy. Amy, healthy and happy 2020 to you. Thanks for calling today.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Nobody ever asks. I don't even know
That's a great question, Amy.
I was stumped. I was stumped. I feel like Katie with test anxiety. How am I doing? How am I doing?
Amy, you should have seen Michael's face.
Nobody ever asks me, Doc, how you doing? No.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Amy. So how many people do you think, I'll give you a hint, it's a big number, that are going to be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes? 1 million, 10 million, or 100 million this year in 2020?
10 million?
Yeah. 10 times 10. So,
100.
Yeah, 100 million. We'll give you credit for the answer. It turns out that we have been in the grips of an obesity epidemic for several decades now. It only took about 3 or 4 decades for this thing to become an unwielding, uncontrolled, brakeless freight train that is just crushing the health and wellness of people at every age group, every sector of life. It doesn't discriminate. It's remarkable to me that 72% of the population's overweight or obese. By 2050, it should be at 80%. That's what projection models, forecasting models have it. And it's coincident. Obesity has all these downstream effects, and it's running in parallel with the type 2 diabetes epidemic. They go hand in hand because of the visceral fat that collects around the abdominal area, which contributes to the type 2 diabetes, as well as other. It's an endocrine factory that's pumping out all kinds of deleterious hormones, and along with, never mind, other health issues associated with the obesity. I'm not saying obesity is now considered by the AMA to be a disease.
Yes.
It's remarkable.
Michael, could I add one other thing?
Please.
So it turns out vision loss from diabetic macular edema, what that means is swelling in that area of central good vision from diabetes, is the #1 cause of missed work days in the United States. It's not just a disease. It has a huge economic impact.
Unbelievable. It's just remarkable how, we live in an age of specialization. And, Dr. Kaushal was mentioning that as physicians, perhaps physicians need to do better in not just specializing in one aspect, but to situate, whether it's eye health, heart health, kidney, whatever, within the overall context of the body, and to see how things are interconnected. It's a good point. Good New Year to you, Amy. Happy New Year and a healthy New Year. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. We are grateful that you listened to the show. Thank you so much. And Dr. Koshel, thank you for driving all the way from Gainesville today. I know you have surgery this afternoon. I hope we didn't stress you out.
No, not at all. Zero. This is a lot of fun.
Rheostasis.com, because your health is your wealth.
Everyone's